Hello everybody, today I have another video for you all. Hooray! And if you remember from my previous video, it was about me upgrading this already upgraded Lego Iron Man figure. And now I want to do a part 2 to that video, and I want to revisit my custom Lego Hulkbuster set. So if you saw from my previous video, I explained how I upgraded my Lego Iron Man figure, but wasn't satisfied with it, so I went back and upgraded it even further, and now I'm more satisfied with the result. I basically want to do that, but with my Lego Hulkbuster. This is the original 2015, or whenever this one came out, I don't remember. I think it was 2015. I could be wrong. And this one, I upgraded a little bit. Not as much as this one, but a little bit. Main thing I did was make the head movable, and also I kind of covered up the figure a little bit. I have this little guy in here, and I also extended the legs a little bit. Now, I feel like my upgrades would have been good if the Lego's version of the Hulkbuster didn't look as clunky as it does. So what I want to do is basically add like a proper waist piece, because these kind of just plug into the side of the body. And then also fix the rotation on the head, because I feel like it's not really good enough, because that's literally all it is. And also it doesn't really sit properly, it kind of just slides back and forth. And another thing I want to do is cover up the minifigure a little better, because from a lot of angles there are a lot of gaps. And although I did do a lot to cover the figure a little better, it just feels a bit too clunky. And although I don't have it with me right now, I did build a custom punching hand for this guy, but it's basically the exact same build as this. I just added like the claws in a different way. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Although getting into it means ripping him apart. Alright, so now that we got him apart, we can start working on the individual parts separately. Also say hello to my lab rat, assistant, who will be helping me test this Hulkbuster as I build it. So last time I started with the arms, but this time I want to start with the body. And the main play feature of the body is that the entire front opens up so you can fit a minifigure inside. But I'm not a really big fan of that, because it leaves a lot of open gaps and just random clutter over here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of the entire thing opening up, it's just going to be this little chest plate here, and then these, instead of being connected here, they're going to be connected back here somehow. And also I want to find a better way to connect the head so it can swivel in place instead of pivoting like this, because this does look a little weird, and I want to find a way to make the head do this. Also, side note, it's kind of just a funny image to see a little classic minifigure head inside this massive body. So I basically tore the entire body apart, and also have some spare pieces over there just for building. But here's what I have so far of the new body. I tore the entire thing apart and rebuilt it all from scratch. And yeah, it's not too much different. I still kept like the two 1x6 bricks in the middle just to keep it sturdy. This is a quick little disclaimer. Be careful with your Lego brown pieces. I just broke this piece trying to move it around off of this piece. Okay? Old Lego brown and dark red are very, very brittle. Just remember that. If you're planning to build this, just be very careful with your brown pieces. Alright, so I finished the body here, and as you can see from the background, I just finished filming my other video. And yeah, I bulked it up a lot more and made it look a lot more accurate to the movie. And yeah, I'll show off how it opens up and stuff later. But let's work on the legs now. On the left, we could see my old design for the leg, and on the right, we could see my new design for the leg. And as you can see, the new one's a lot more accurate to the way the movie is. And I actually put a knee joint in it. And yeah, I just used some of these normal hinge pieces. You might notice that this one's green. I just ran out of normal gray pieces. I did manage to get enough for the second leg, so let's do that one real quick. Alright, I got the legs onto the body now, and I think it's looking pretty good. All I have left to do is make the arms. Alright, so I just finished the model here, and I decided to keep the arms fairly similar because I did actually kind of enjoy the way the hands looked and the way the arms were. And I just want to, before I show like final product, I just want to show you how this opens up. First you take the head and pull it up, Then you take the two chest plate pieces and you pull them out. Then you take the main torso area and you pull it down. And there is a little character inside. You pull him out. Now let's put our Iron Man character in there. So you just put him in, close the front, close the sides, and close the top. And here is the complete model. And I feel like this is a lot more accurate to the movie than my original design was. I'm just more proud of the way it looks now. One of the main things I'm more proud of is how the legs are a lot bulkier and more chunky and feel a lot more like the Hulkbuster. And then also the torso is a lot more accurately shaped, with instead of being like kind of big, bulky, and just kind of clunky looking, it's now like a big puffy chest, which is how it looks in the movies. And yeah, I managed to get a lot more of the smaller details in there, like the little kind of gold pieces that wrap in, and then like the little golden belt piece that goes around. And I'm also proud of the way I managed to get the chest to look, with the kind of two panels that open out like this. And then this is a little Brickhead's eye piece. This is from little Iron Man Brickheads. It's a transparent blue piece with white printed on it, so it looks like it's glowing, and it looks a lot nicer like that. Then of course we have the original head, and I feel like it looks a little better on this body and can actually pose left and right a lot better, and actually looks natural and nice the way it is now. One of the least changed parts is mainly the arms. The main structure is basically the same on my original model and kind of the original Lego set, but I did change a couple pieces on the hand and upper shoulder just to make it fit a little better. Also, one thing that I decided to do is that if you remove this piece and then take a kind of pinhole brick, connect it like this, and then take any Hulk figure with a pin on the end like this, and then you connect it like that, and then you can recreate that one scene where Iron Man traps the Hulk and flies around with him. On the other hand, I actually left the little shooters on it. I actually kind of enjoyed the way they looked on it, so I decided to leave it. I just kind of changed some pieces around on the top end here just to make it look a little more accurate. And also I made it to where you can actually shoot them both at the same time instead of one at a time, with this just little piece at the top. The back is a lot more detailed. On the original model, it was basically just flat and then just had these two little pieces on the side, which I updated a little bit and made it look a lot nicer and a lot more accurate too. And yeah, I'm a lot more proud of the way the model looks. I feel like comparing it to the original model, which I actually forgot to take side-by-side pictures of, so you're just gonna have to rewind the video to see how it looks. But I feel like compared to my Iron Man figure, there's a lot more changed here and feels almost like an entirely different model. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and go check out my community tab because I post there occasionally as well. And yeah, until next time, bye bye.